Uh, India walked away from RCEP, citing risks to domestic industry, as you know, especially from China. Is India reconsidering RCEP, or is that door now firmly shut?
Rahul, in my humble opinion, it is the worst and most anti-India decision that the Congress party and their allies, the DMK and Samajwadi Party and Mr. Sharad Pawar and all could have taken. The decision to throw India under the bus and possibly kill the India growth story by entering into the RCEP. I'll explain why. From 2006, 20 years ago, to 13, they also negotiated with the European Union. They should have actually concluded that deal. They didn't have the courage of conviction, they didn't have the guts to do that deal and give up in 2013. I don't know whether there was any other reason, I don't know. They will be the best to answer. But that weakness has cost this country millions of jobs. It has cost this country probably billions of dollars of investment. It has cost us billions of dollars of foreign exchange earnings, a great boost that our economy could have got if the same thing was done 20 years ago. But they didn't do it. On the other hand, what were they doing? RCEP was between a set of countries where India was not in the picture. When RCEP was launched, it was the 10-nation ASEAN group, Japan, Korea, Australia, New Zealand and China. 15 countries. We were not there. They launched it, well and good. We already had an FTA with ASEAN. We already had an FTA with Japan and Korea. We were on the verge of concluding an FTA with Australia at that point of time when we launched, got into RCEP. And our trade with New Zealand that time was bilaterally $300 million. That's all. What was the reason to get into that RCEP negotiation where effectively, if you see, we were doing an FTA with China. It was a China-India FTA as far as India was concerned in RCEP. And
so when they're pushing you
can
now,
you imagine
are they
what
being
it would have done
irresponsible?
to Indian industry, to Indian farmers, to Indian fishermen, to Indian MSMEs, to our automobile sector? It would have completely demolished the Make in India story, the manufacturing story. We would have today been an import-dependent country.
So when they're pushing you now, are they doing a disservice once again?
Well, it's only a few people in the Congress party and their allies who are talking about RCEP. Nobody in India wanted RCEP. I personally have had 200 stakeholder consultations. Chambers of commerce, industry associations, sectoral interests, 200 across the country under Prime Minister Modi's
specific question to you. China-led blocs a no-no for NDA?
Absolutely a no-no. It will hurt India because we want to do deals, free trade agreements with countries where there's fair transactions, fair play, who are not going to dump overproduction or overcapacities into our country at predatory pricing. How could that ever be good for India? It's something that I hold the Congress party squarely responsible for. It is thanks to Prime Minister Narendra Modi that India got saved on 4th November 2019 when he announced at the RCEP meeting in Bangkok that India will not join RCEP.
Well, big headline. No to China-led blocs is a big headline coming from Minister Piyush Goyal.